What's up, guys? It's Priets coming back to the brand new Binding of Isaac video. Today we are back with the Eden streak, going for win number 219 in a row. So without further ado, let's get right into the run, get some gaming going on, have a little bit of fun, and see where this run takes us as Eden on hard mode. I hope you guys are all having a great day. Today we start off with Mom's Box, really bad speed, Taurus, above average tier rate, above average damage. Looking really good stat-wise, and we kind of get, and we get broken glasses, which guarantees a mystery item in the shop, and it guarantees that we see the mystery item on alt path. So we do want to go alt path today. The horns are, I don't think I've seen these horns like this early before. Also with the hair, like, it actually works really well. Anyways, the seed is CMP06AZ6. And yeah, some people might have noticed that I haven't posted in 2 days. Now, the reason why I didn't do that is because I was just like, you know, I'm going to take the weekend off. I kind of just got late the last couple of 2 days when I was like just hanging out with friends. And I decided that instead of like leaving to like stop hanging out with friends, I was just going to continue hanging out with friends. And I'm glad I did that. I had a lot of fun just hanging out with the boys and the gals. So, yeah. And also, I know I did not stream like pretty much at all this week. Got to the point where I was just kind of like, I would wake up late and kind of just be like, oh man, I don't know if I really want to like get up to like start streaming. I don't like streaming like too late because I like to make sure that I'm like done streaming by like 5, just like to, you know, get it out, not out of the way, but just to like have that, have my night to me, like to be all mine. So I do plan on streaming this week probably. If I don't stream, there's no promises. Just look out for a stream notification. It's kind of just how it goes. But yeah, it was just a good weekend. So thank you guys. Oh, for not raging. Also, I don't think people care too much. Some person said they think they might be going through withdrawals. I'm sorry about that. Hope it goes better. But yeah, I've just been a little tired. Just how it goes. Ooh, we're just waiting for this invincibility to kick in. Can you kick in faster? I want to kill everything before the invincibility kicks in. Well, that's unfortunate. Definitely don't want 4 times the chance of getting a enemy or getting a champion. That'd be a little unfortunate. And ooh-wee mamba. I've been playing a bunch of like Valorant, just a bunch of Rocket League as well. A lot of my friends, I feel like I've talked about this before, but a lot of my friends played Rocket League, and they played Rocket League for either some sort of a like league or their college team. And so they're all really good at the game. They're all quite good. And so I just started playing with them a little bit more recently. I have like 400 hours in the game. Not a lot of hours in Rocket League, but I have enough hours to where like I can twist around and hit the ball a little bit. Now, are they insanely good? Yes, they're all way better than me. But I've been playing it. We sometimes do like in-house 2s and 3s. Sometimes we just play like comp together just because it's fun. I'm like diamond in 2s and plat in 3s, but I try to keep up with the boys. I always play with them. They let me play with them even though they're like champ. So it's really fun. But we do lose quite often just because, you know, it is hard whenever you have like somebody lower, like not as good on your team. Can't really expect much more, but we still have a great time. Also, Hallowed Ground, not my favorite, but I'm going to take it over the random item. And we do have the stuff to go alt path, which is really nice. And maybe I would love Trinket Smelter, but I can't really do much with it, so we're not even going to reroll or anything. I feel like rerolling is just not the right option right now. And I think we know where the secret room should be. I would assume it's here. Yeah, there's no explosion near here, so that makes some sense. And good. It's kind of like, if you want to like use Mom's Box like kind of effectively, and you want to make sure that you get the trinkets you really want, you kind of want to make sure, like, if you have a trinket that you want to take to the next floor, just maybe not use Mom's Box for the rest of the floor. Just know that if you get another good trinket, you do have to make the decision of which one am I going to take. Also, that was such a bad hit. But look at this. They use Hallowed Ground effectively. It goes really well. Now, was this on purpose to do this? No, not at all. But Hallowed Ground is actually very OP. It's just hard to, like, make sure that it actually stays up. But here we go. We'll get next floor. And hopefully I'm not rusty after those 2 days off. Yeah, it's just been a chill week. Just playing games with friends, staying up too late. The same old, really. It's just like kind of the hard thing that I kind of dealt with whenever I was like first like doing the YouTube stuff is I'd pretty much do it from the time I woke up. I would wake up, I'd shower, I would stream. After stream, take a little break, record the eating streak. After the eating streak, I would edit my video for the day or for the next day. Get the clip ready. Also, I am actually struggling. And so by the time I did all that, it was already like 2 in the morning. I would go to sleep, like rinse and repeat all of that. And yeah, I kind of just like, I didn't really like hang out with friends ever because I trying to do the YouTube thing, like with the schedule I had, didn't really permit it. Of course, did I go a little overboard with like doing all the YouTube stuff? Just a little bit, I will say. You don't have to go that crazy whenever you're trying to like start up a YouTube channel and like try to get a little bit more popular. But that's what I did. And so right now I'm just trying to like, I'm somebody who kind of just goes all in on stuff. So like it's either like I'm all in on like doing stuff with friends or I'm all in on doing YouTube. And so right now it's just been the just trying to be like decide like, do I want to do stuff with friends for that day? Do I want to stream for that day? And I do like doing both a lot. So nice. So yeah, maybe one day I'll actually start like streaming my games with my friends. It's really like kind of like we never know what we're doing or what's gonna happen. Sometimes we do like 5 stacks in Valorant. Sometimes we're just doing like in-house 2. Sometimes we're just doing like 3 stacks in Rocket League. Sometimes we're playing Apex. It's just kind of all over the place. We never know what we're gonna play on any given day. We kind of just wait until we see who's gonna be on and run with that. So it's always a fun time though. Okay, we're looking good with our health. We're looking good with all of this. I know I say we should always go to the shop instead of the item room, but today I'm feeling like since we have this trinket, the item room could be much better. And we are guaranteed to see both items, which is really nice. So I will, of course, take Headless Baby. Headless Baby is nice because 1, it counts towards conjoined. 2, it gets creep damage. And creep is one of the strongest things, like the strongest like effects in the game, I would say. It's just very nice to have. And we just try to get on out of this floor. And I hate these rooms with the water, especially with 0.57 speed. 0.57 speed is actually very dangerous because there are some like quote-unquote speed traps in this game where if you're not fast enough, sometimes you can just get sucked into things and just never get out. Or you can like, especially like in that moving water, if you're slow enough, there is a chance that you'll just get sucked into those like some spikes and you will never get out. So you gotta be a little bit careful. Look at this. Thank you. Stem cell. I might as well go in here and see what they have to offer. I don't really want anything in here. Actually, that is lusty blood. Do I want lusty blood? Or bloody lust, not lusty blood. Bloody lust. I'm gonna say no. I just want to see what we get in the future of the run. Maybe if I go and start doing devil deals after this floor, I'll be a little regretful about that. But keeping the angel deals open is always a nice time. It's always nice to just have that there to choose from, because it's nice to get the random godhead, the random sacred heart, the random immaculate heart. There's a lot of fun stuff we can get, so maybe we'll get that stuff. And I'm gonna wait to lose the until I lose the black heart to go to the curse room. Probably should have gone to the curse room last floor, but sometimes you just don't go in them. It happens. And curse rooms are like, they're really just a good idea to go into, but skipping out on them is not the worst idea, because there is like I would almost say like I don't know what the chances are. There's a decent chance that you'll just not really get anything too insane from them. So 2 keys, thanks. I would love a speed up. A speed up right now would be pretty mint. And I really don't care about either of these. Into a random room other than the I am error room. I'm just gonna do this. Teleport and hope it takes me to like a secret room. It doesn't. That's unfortunate. I always don't like active items. I really don't care if I have pretty much any active item on a run. There are some active items that are like really nice to have, but just in general, active items aren't like the craziest. Ooh, the craziest thing. What is pretty crazy is the fact that I can now re-roll this. Should I have waited to like pick up those items since I didn't want either of them? Maybe, but it works out. I'll take Sharp Plug. Is it the best item ever? Not really, but it's an item nonetheless that we can take with us that could be useful later, especially if we get some sort of health generation. Because I think that with Sharp Plug, I think if you have Sharp Plug in like Gimpy, you can actually get health from losing health. So if you got like Satanic Bible or Book of Revelations and Sharp Plug, I think you can just get like a bunch of health and just go crazy. And of course, I am going to blow this up because Birthright is too good to pass up. If you don't get Birthright, You aren't playing the game. And what are we going to see? This is a hard decision. Do we want to get 2/3 of the way through conjoined? Do we want to have the eyes shooting backwards, which I don't think is super good? There's also the health up, and all red hearts now heal for double, which I don't know how good that's going to be unless we're sacrificing later and it could become in clutch, but I think honestly, I'm just going to go for conjoined right now. I think that is just the slightly better play. Conjoined's nice to have. Also, it's hard to get conjoined. We haven't had conjoined in a second, I feel like. So this will be good. This will be great. And I think I'm just going to push on through to the next floor after this. So I don't think I really need to explore too much more. And what is this? Speed down. That is horrific. I feel like, I don't know, this feels a lot, I mean, of course this feels a lot faster than 0.45 speed because we are speeding up constantly, but even when we're like just walking around at 0.45 or 0.57, it felt not too slow. And honestly, auto turret baby, not too bad. I would say one thing that's kind of bad about familiars is, I would say early game, they are quite useful, but once you get to like late game, the 3.5 damage just never increases for them unless you have BFF. So it's kind of just not the best item out there. But it's doing some good for us now. If we can get conjoined later, that'd be awesome. And one of the decisions I was thinking is, like, if we get Eye of the Occult later, would I rather have Mom's Eye, or would I rather... Ooh, that's really good. Oh, is that a speed down as well? That is a speed down. Oh, my gosh. At least your Taurus is actually really nice right here because it just lets us get speed without ever having to go invincible. It's like, do we want to if we got Eye of the Occult, would we rather have conjoined, which would be 3 shots, or would we rather have Eye in the back of our head, which is 2 shots, technically, 1 in the front, 1 in the back? I'm like, neither of them really matter too much. So, and we probably won't get Eye of the Occult. So I'm just going to take the one that's probably just better for us in general. I will say, Mom's Eye is not too bad, but it's only like really good if you have Continuum, if you have Eye of the Occult. There's just certain times that it is much better than others. And this is a boss item, so hopefully a syringe. That is a black card, though. And nice. Okay, not too bad. And honestly, yeah, it's not too bad. I would just hope we can get a speed up at some point, because it's kind of crazy how we're only getting speed downs. And man, we are actually pretty strong pretty early. All we've gotten is damage ups. Damage ups and tear rate ups. Literally... I mean, I was going to say literally no other stats. We literally just got a shot speed up and a range up. But we don't talk about that. We talk about what we want to talk about, which is the fact that we got other good stuff. Also, I feel like I'm not hearing myself too loud in the feedback, but it looks like it's recording at a good volume, so hopefully this is going all well. Who knows? And let's look for the secret room while also getting this key. That's fine. We still get the key. And we're looking quite good. Sorry, my nose was quite itchy. Have you guys ever heard the thing where people say that your nose is itchy if somebody starts thinking about you? People just must be thinking about me a lot. Don't know who it is. Whoever it is, though, I honestly don't like you. Because my nose is like just constantly itchy. It's really also only whenever like... It's only when I'm like streaming, recording, or playing Rocket League. If I'm playing Valorant, I'm usually pretty fine. If I'm playing like any game I'm usually pretty fine. But Rocket League... I get itchy. I might be like allergic to my controller, honestly. There is like rubber on the back of the controller, and what if I'm allergic to that? And that's why my nose gets itchy. But like, what if I'm very slightly allergic to it? Theory crafting at its best. So this is painful. There's no such thing as backtracking on this run. If we do backtrack, it's literally going to take us way too long. So we just go full steam ahead and just hope it goes well. And look at that, we get conjoined, which Fart Baby being... part of our conjoined is a little sad, but it's fine. Also, I was a little concerned about the tear rate down and the damage down from conjoined, but we've gotten so many good stats that it really doesn't matter. This does just make us slightly stronger and makes my life a little easier. There we go. So much health. This is going quite well. Hopefully we can get something like Curve Torn or Cancer or just something kind of decently good. I feel like this run will be a little bit better. But I mean, even right now, this is actually just a fine run. Nothing special about it. Nothing crazy about it either. Getting conjoined is pretty nice, but you can't really clickbait conjoined. And some people are like, just like use the conjoined transformation like picture. Ooh, I like this. Thanks. Dude, that's a damage up? Ooh, thank you. Maybe they're like, just use like the transformation, like what he looks like, or what Isaac looks like when he has a transformation. I'm like, yeah. Does that really convey it well enough? Do you guys think it does? So I saw like the controlling transformation, I'd just be confused. Also, it doesn't look that good, like next to a bunch of items. The poop was just slightly too far away for me to be able to use. That's fine. Okay. And look, I don't know how, but I stay barely faster than the enemies. It is quite annoying. I'm a little scared about going to Mausoleum because there are enemies that will indeed chase you. And if I get chased by an enemy down there, I feel like it could just be the end of my life. So, let's hope that doesn't happen. Oh my gosh. Well, that was a little unfortunate. We'll take you. And duality's nice. It's guaranteed that we can take angel deals for the rest of the run, which is always good. Ooh, wait, do we have homing bombs? No, we don't. It just like somehow just shot it directly at the angel and it worked out. Also, we do have, I know we have sticky bombs, which is why it stuck to the angel. That's not why I thought we had homing because it just like seemed like it had homing in the beginning. Also, I know I could have blown those all up, but I can't dodge those for anything. So here, I know I should take the red heart health. Yeah, I'll just take the red heart health. Just to make sure I get enough money, honestly. We'll grab that. There's a double red heart. I'm not backtracking more than this, though. I really don't want to backtrack. It is quite painful. Honestly, it, like, stresses me out a little bit how slow we are. So why can't the poop spawn over here? I'm guessing it, like, the game is like, oh, we can't spawn anything that will trap you. I'm like, come on. This won't trap me. Give me the invincibility poop, please. That's all good. Don't even try to give me Gigante Bean. Frijole Gigante, as they call it. There's this one store that had just a big old basket of beans that had a sign next to it that says, please don't touch, don't, I think it said, please don't play with the beans or something like that. It was in Spanish, which was funny. It's just a funnier sentence in Spanish. So I feel like it was, por favor, no juegas con el frijoles or something like that, where it just is it just sounds a little bit more comedic, but it wasn't comedic. They just didn't want people playing with the beans. Gosh darn it, stop playing with the beans. I hate when the neighborhood kids play with the beans. Uh-oh. Man. One day, I'll be the fastest kid on the playground. It's going to happen. I'm going to get crazy speed ups. The only thing that's, like, keeping my sanity is the fact that we have tourists, so at least when we're in rooms with enemies, I can start to dodge. But still painful. Also, I'll just open this. Why not? What's the worst thing that can happen? There's a lot of really bad things that can happen, but we're fine. These guys are a little scary. But we do enough damage where I can just kill these guys almost outright. Wow, that really launched those rocks. What the heck? That was kind of impressive. We have our shop and our item room right here. So I'm guessing that the boss is to the top left or something. I'll take you. And I actually like Magneto. I know Evil Eye is not a bad item. It gives you it's a luck-based tear effect where you'll shoot out an eye that shoots your tears. But I don't really feel like it's going to help us too much. And sadly, if this was a shop, this would have been really, really nice because we have Keeper's Sack, which gives us stats every time we buy something. I do like having stuff every time I buy something. But I know I said it's probably up to the left, but I'm going to check this first because I feel like it could randomly be like, it can't actually be off this way anymore. Might as well full clear while we're backtracking. Oh, I don't have any keys. How did this happen? How did I get to a place where I have no keys? Well, not gonna open that. This kind of sucks. Now maybe I can get like lockpick or something on this floor. Real lucky like. I took so much damage in the beginning of this run, and now I'm just like not taking much. I'm a little impressed with myself. Not super impressed, but impressed enough. Also, that's really nice because it does give us speed. The one time I would ask for speed would be right there. So thank you, game, for giving to me. Nice. And since I have a little bit of stuff right here, I can do this. This is fine. Okay. Luck up, speed down, HP up, shot speed down. All in all, that was okay. The speed down's unfortunate. I don't know. This game's really against me speed-wise. Luckily, speed is one of those stats that, as much as it does kind of matter, it does make the game easier so you can avoid enemies. As long as you have good stats, speed doesn't matter too much. If you have bad stats and bad speed, then it is just not a fun time. It's very much not enjoyable. Right now, I'm having fun. So that's all that really matters. As long as you can have fun with the run, you are doing quite well. This goes this way. Thank you. Just try to push you in a corner. Get the free bombs. Okay, another damage up, which is really nice. And I am going to go Mausoleum, even though I said I'm scared of it, but sometimes you got to go to the places you're scared of. I know I have no keys, but yo no necesito llaves. Okay, let's go in here. Well, not sending my money there. We are guaranteed to have at least one regular shop on the rest of this run. There is a chance that we fight like Ultra Greed, but I'm not too concerned about that. A little concerned, not gonna lie. Okay, well, since we have Super Greed in here, there is a chance we can still get Super Greed in the shop, but we are guaranteed to not get Super Greed on the next floor. Because I believe that you can't. Let me look at the side real quick. Ooh, is that Soul Heart? That is a Soul Heart. I believe you cannot get Ultra Greed on the next floor if you got it in the secret room. But I think you can get it both in the shop and the secret room on any given floor. I'm so scared. Please. Wow. This is why having low speed kind of sucks. Oh my gosh. I feel like we should be doing more damage than we are. 7.6 damage. Things just don't feel right. Crystal Key is so fun. But I will say, even though Crystal Key is fun, the items that we have now are better. Just better. Or the trinket we have now is better. And don't need money. I really just need health, if I'm being honest. My health is a little worse for wear. Uh-oh. 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 Okay, just follow the ones that we can see and hope that they never shoot at us. Nice. I don't know how I killed the other one, but it happened. Also, why is the magnetism on this thing so crazy? I swear it's usually not like this. Oh, thank you. We lose Curse of the Darkness. Might as well take you. We're just buying everything we possibly can in here because it's free stats. I mean, free stats are free stats. Anybody who tries to argue that is wrong, and let's go. We can go take Crystal Key, which is huge. Crystal Key allows us to have a 50% chance to open a red door that's connected to the current room we are in upon completion, which allows us to get a small chance to find. Actually, it's almost a larger chance whenever you have red key to get the Ultra Secret Room, which is very, very cool. I do love the Ultra Secret Room. It's one of the most enjoyable rooms to find. And was that a red door that I heard open? It was not. Actually, I don't care about any of these. But at least we know that there is a gold pill right now. That is quite exciting. I do want to go find the shop before I leave this floor. Or not the shop. I want to find the item room before we leave this floor. Because we can see what both the items are still, which is always nice. Also, I'm going to get shot by something. Oh, thank you. Super Secret Room could not have been connected to here, but you should always go into your red rooms. It's just an extra room you can do, which is always fun. You can see an extra charge on your active item. It's all around a good time. I would do that. There's not really a reason to. And neither of these are good, but at least one of them does get me to a transformation, at least. Or it gets me closer to a transformation, I should say. Okay, good. Crack Crown, I think, is just better than everything else that I have. Because, like, look at that. That's beautiful. And I know getting the Ultra Secret Room is cool, but the chance of you getting the Ultra Secret Room is really not super, super high. Do I know what the chance is? Not at all. But it's not super high whenever you have the Crystal Key. There's sometimes that you get it, like, every floor. Sometimes you don't ever get it. It's very, very, like, touch and go, kind of, where sometimes it's really, really easy to get stuff. Sometimes really hard. And some Mask of Infamy, but this one. You really learn the names of enemies in this game. Or at least bosses. Hey, what are you doing? Get away from me. Hey, watch out. Watch out. Watch out. A better play right there would have been to use the Temperance card. And just get a... Oh, thank you. To use Temperance card? What am I trying to say? Oh, and just donate some health, but be invincible. It would have been nice. Also, I like Circle Protection a lot more than Purgatory. Purgatory is a little bit whack. It's just, I don't like having to think about stepping on the cracks just to do, like, next to no damage in the grand scheme of things. So, that's fine with me. And I would backtrack to the gold chest, but as I said, I'm not going to backtrack. There's not really a reason to. It's not something that will help me, really. But at least we have Curse the Blind, or we don't have any curses. We have no chance of getting Curse the Blind or anything scary. And dang, Sigil of Baphomet is not too shabby. But I do think that Cracked Crown, even though some people don't like it too much, it's still really good. It gives us a 40% increase in the effectiveness of our items. So that just means that it's pretty much like a 1.4. It's a 1.4 times multiplier for all of our stats. And I don't care about adoption paper. I don't think I care. Do I care about adoption paper? I think I do. I think I actually do care about adoption paper. I will do it. I'm just going to wait to pick it up until I get to the shop. Because right now my stats, even though they are quite good, they're not to a point where I'm super comfortable with just... I don't know. I'm just more comfortable with just being strong. And look at this. A damage up. And it's going to be a bigger damage up than usual for that item. I think it's, as it says, it's a 0.6 damage up. But instead we get a 0.8 because we do get the increased effectiveness. So it's pretty good. Oh, I forgot you exist. Look at this. That's why we like, right there, that's why we like Hallowed Ground. Hallowed Ground can be very, very strong. You have to be careful not to destroy it, because I feel like half the time when I'm playing, as I step in it, I just shoot once and it goes, and just destroys the poop. Which is not a good idea, if you ask me, or anybody. I feel like anybody can tell you that. Destroying your own Hallowed Ground poop is not good. But yeah, at least we're getting through a bunch of trinkets, so it's not too bad. Also, I will say, Depression's better here. I will say that I think Curved Horn here, I don't know, it's a Curved Horn, I know for a fact that Cancer is better than Cracked Crown right now for our tier rate, because right now we're getting a plus 0.91 tier rate. Actually, it's a fire rate technically. Oh, that was bad. But if we find Curved Horn, I think Curved Horn's actually not as... Actually, Curved Horn's a plus 4 damage, so it is still better than what we have now. Watch out, losers. Dang, those guys are fun to fight whenever you have a little bit of knockback. Also, my gosh, my nose itches quite profusely. Okay. Torn card is not too groovy. What is pretty sick is finding the shop eventually, which I feel like I'm just going the wrong direction. I would love a shop. Quite a lot. Also, my hair's getting kind of out of control. Like, with my headphones on, it doesn't look too bad. But, like, as soon as I take headphones off, it's like, I'm rocking, like, a little bit of lettuce back here. And look at this. Okay, so, red candle. Take you, pop you, because we love health downs, actually. I'm just taking the battery. I know it's like, just use it on the trinket thing. I'm just picking stuff up. Listen. Don't judge me. I'm just doing stuff. And look at all those stats. That's a lot of free stats right there. All these stars on Christian Mingle. That ain't worth a Tristan single. If you don't ball like him or Kobe, guaranteed that bee's gonna leave you. That right there was some Kanye West for you. That's a good album. So what's your guys' thoughts on Kim Kardashian and Pete Davidson breaking up? Crazy stuff. I really don't care about it, but crazy stuff. Hate to see it. Don't need to fight that. We'll just go next floor. This is going to be the last floor that we have a chance to get an Angel Needle on or a Devil Needle on. It is going to be a 37.5% chance, which is low, but it's not too bad. I think we might just be able to do this. Squeak it out a little bit. Also, Why was I getting homing tears every once in a while? Oh, because I was reflecting stuff back. That's what it was. Sorry. Noi. I'm just going to save up my keys. Especially when you're on your womb, there's no reason to open up gold chests because in like 2 floors, you are guaranteed to get items from chests. So why not just wait till then? And Crack Crown is still doing me the opposite of dirty. And I might as well open that. That does allow me to get to the boss room a little easier. I will go and fight the mini boss in a second. Look, free money. This is the one time I'll backtrack. Just because it's not really far at all. There's no reason not to backtrack here. Hey, Magneto. Where did that come from? I don't know. That's weird. Also, what's giving me a fire rate up? Because I swear something has to be giving me a fire rate up, right? Isn't that why I have what I have? Ooh, a speed up, shot speed down is fine with me. Our shot speed is... All you need is 1 shot speed to be happy, honestly. Anything faster than that's almost a little too fast. I mean, you do start, like, beaming stuff, but with 1 shot speed, I'm a happy camper. Don't need you. Nice. Pop up, please. Pop up, please. Whenever Polycephalus goes underground for long enough, it makes me sad. It gets a little like you're like, uh-oh, I lost Polycephalus. Uh-oh, whoa, that mask got really close to me, and I don't know where these things are shooting from, and I'm getting scared, and I'm just freaking out. My health is not high enough to really, like, feel comfortable this run. It's not a bad spot, though. I'm just, like, really not OP. I don't know. This is not, like, anything too crazy. I should be fine. I'm really not too worried. I do have, like, homing tears if I really need it. Which I'm not going to use on this one. I'm going to wait till, like, next... Or, I'm going to wait for a harder boss. I'll probably wait, honestly, till, like, Mega Satan. If I do Mega Satan. I know recently I have been... At least once... I've, like, just decided not to go Mega Satan. I try to always go Mega Satan at least. Just because it is just a fun... It's a more entertaining, I'd say, place to go. So where's the brimstone? Can I get the angel deal, please? Nope. Okay. We did take Polaroid, so we go this way, and we do not have enough keys. These runs suck a little bit. Whenever you don't have enough keys on a run, it's quite sad. But honestly, this floor shouldn't be too rough. I'd say that honestly, enemies on Womb scare me. Same with Mausoleum. Cathedral, some of the enemies are a little scary. Like these guys can be a little rough, but with good stats, you should be fine. Also, I just feel like so weak for how much damage we... Like, our DPS should be a lot higher than this. What do we have? 75 DPS? More than that. It's closer to what? 90? Pretty much? Yeah, we pretty much have 90 DPS. Which should be really high. Should be actually really, really solid. Kind of not super solid. Also, you're going to do the stupid green attack of spinning things, and it's going to hit me. I'm going to complain of, like, why is that attack so fast? Hey, you did do it. Nice. Okay, never mind. Okay, we just go fast and loose. Never stop, never stopping. That's a good quote. I forgot what is that from. Blades of Glory. Oh no, the Blades of Glory, Balls of Glory. Those are the Blades of Glory is really good. I like Blades of Glory. If you haven't seen it, quite good. Balls of Glory. I don't know if I've ever actually seen because I was pretty young when it came out. I was probably what 9 maybe when it came out. I think it came out maybe 2009. I don't know, it's really weird. Whenever I was growing up, there's some movies I feel like I probably shouldn't have been able to watch, but I was able to watch them, and some movies that I feel like were just as bad that I was able to watch. That's how it goes sometimes. Sometimes you're gaming, sometimes you're getting gamed. And that's the way to do it. Oh my gosh. That hit me so perfectly. I can't even complain about that. Ooh, fish bait's not too bad. I am a little bit worried with the amount of health I have, especially with Daddy Longlegs being right here. Daddy Longlegs is not a fun time. Luckily, Daddy Longlegs does like this. Daddy Longlegs attacks don't really like aggro towards you. Nice. I'm gonna wait to shoot the spider. I don't really. That's fine. And yeah, no reason to open gold chest on this floor either. It just doesn't make sense. Why would you open gold chests on this lure, when you literally the next lure, you're guaranteed items in the chest. Unless you have a lot of keys. Like, if you have, like, 20 keys, open as many chests as you want on this lure. If there's a big chest, open the big chest. But, like, anything less than that, I mean, even with 10 keys, you're probably pretty fine. But still, the sentiment is there. It's the idea that you want to make sure you just have more than enough keys. Especially if you have something like Guppy's Tail, which is going to give you more keys. Why is left hand back? Doesn't even make sense. You already spawned. Actually, I feel like... I guess... Ooh. I thought I had, like, number 2 or something. What the heck? The item number 2 that makes you, like, do butt bombs randomly. Ooh, that was a bad hit of damage. Okay, good. I will do the runny strat because I like runny strat. It makes me happy. Oh my gosh, was that Isaac's tears that were just like following me that I just narrowly avoided? I think they were. Should be safer right here. All in all, not a bad fight. I am honestly pretty concerned. I know I'm about to get 4 items, and those 4 items could really change the game. I'm hoping we either get PJs or cancer here. Ooh, that's not too lovely. This right here is definitely not the most likely of Mega Satan runs. But at least we have, like, we're pretty strong. We are very strong. If I had more health, I would feel more confident. And I have said this before, Repentance is more of a game of how much health you have, more than, like, what stats you have. A lot of it is just, like, you will take a bunch of damage. It's almost inevitable. Wait, anything good? Ace of Spades? I don't care about Ace of Spades. Don't care about any of that. I really don't think there's any items that I really care too much about right now. Yeah, just shoot all the fires right now, just to be safe. No reason not to. No reason to, like, risk it. I don't know. I just feel like we're so much weaker than we really should. I know I keep saying this. There's just, like, there's times where I have, like, 7 damage and, like, 4 tier rate, and I feel like I'm on top of the world. There's sometimes, like, right now where I have literally, like, cracked stats, and I feel almost useless. Also, I don't think the Emperor card actually works on this floor. I'm actually pretty positive about that. You guys are, like, the actual mega fatties that go too crazy. A little too crazy. Okay, thank you for the soul heart. Oh my gosh. I stay itchy. Let me make sure. I want to go make sure. Sorry, oh my gosh. I want to make sure I'm not on a half-heart interval right now. If you're on a half-heart interval, when you have Polaroid, then it guarantees that when you go down to a half-heart of health, you will have invincibility for at least a little bit of time. And especially with how much damage we have right now, it should be enough time that it should allow us to win this run pretty easily. And Yum Heart's nice to have right there. Ooh, that was not good. That was really bad. Oh, wait. You can't lose a Soul Heart and a Red Heart at the same time. Forgot about that. I always forget about that. It's so random. It's such a weird little thing. But that's probably not the best. It's probably not the best room to go into, but I have had it where you have to go through a skinny room to get to the boss fight. This wasn't a bad idea either. Best Bud, not too bad. And so what's really nice about Magneto is it just allows you to open up spike chests, which is such like a niche thing, but especially when our option was what? It was Magneto or Evil Eye. I feel like it was a perfectly fine choice. Okay, I have no clue where the secret room is going to be. Hopefully it's somewhere good. Soon. Imagine if you used a Emperor card on this floor if it made you fight Delirium. That'd be pretty cool. Also, it'd be terrifying, but it'd be pretty cool nonetheless. Also, I can easily go on a half-heart interval. What the heck? Oh, I just stood there. That was pretty cool, wasn't it? And one thing that's cool about a half-heart interval... Ooh, that's not good. What's cool about a half-heart interval is that the difference between 3.5 hearts and 4 hearts is actually nothing. The only thing that's different about those two is no matter what on that third hit, you'll get invincibility if you have 3.5. And on 4 hearts, you're just going to be down to 1 heart of health. So either way, you're one-shot, because half a heart's the same as a full heart on this floor. The game does not care. Now, the difference between 4 and 5 hearts is a lot. That's one more hit you can take. But we should be fine. I'm really not too concerned right now. We are so strong, but it's just that, I don't know, Mega Satan just is a little scary, especially for like a streak like this. Only having this much health is not ideal, to say the least. Yeah, that's kind of crazy. Where's this secret room? I feel like it's above the room that has the trinket, or the card and the trinket in on our far left. Hey, nice. A soul heart. That's actually pretty nice. Actually, it could be up here too, I guess. Oh, that's not Mama Gertie. I thought that was Mama Gertie for some reason, because I saw the flies being spawned out of it. I'm like, that's the smallest Mama Gertie I've ever seen. We'll stay on a half-hour interval for as long as possible. That's one thing that's kind of bad about Magneto, especially when it comes to trying to, like, keep items on the ground. You have to, like, pretty actively avoid items, and if you're not good at that, then Magneto can suck. And so there have been times where I've gotten Magneto. Oh my gosh, there's, like, something in my eye. I think it's a piece of my hair. Oh, one sec. But there's times where I've, like, gotten Magneto in a greed mode run where I was, like, breaking the game. And yeah, everything just randomly like floats to me. It's pretty annoying. So yeah, my hair is getting to the point where it's directly in my eyeballs almost always, unless I push it to the side. I'm just too lazy to go get a haircut. And like the last haircuts I've gotten from like a barber or a barber shop or whatever you want to call it, a salon, any of those places, has been really, really bad. Very bad experiences. It just seems like a lot of places around here don't even care like who's cutting hair. They're just like, hey, come cut hair here. I'm like, you know what? I don't respect that. I want the best for my hair. So this could be the secret room. Well, it's not, but it could have been technically. Okay, Dark One, you do scare me, but I'm on the hunt. What the heck? Dark One, silly. Ah, silly Billy, Dark One. Ah. Where did you go? Can you stop jumping away from me? I just want to kill you, please. Thank you. Also, where's the secret room? I feel like I already decided where it was, but I just don't know. Also, look at this. Look how OP we would have been if I would have just gotten a little bit of homing this run. Sheesh. Yeah, honestly, I probably could have fought Mega Satan and beaten Mega Satan. But that's not something we need to do on this run. Look at that. That's pretty crazy. And it's not crazier than this, honestly, but it would have been pretty good. Anyways, that right there is going to be the run. I hope you guys enjoyed. Sorry for being gone for a couple days, but hey, I am back once again. I might start like taking breaks every once in a while if I feel like it. So just, if I don't post for a couple days, doesn't mean I'm dead. Anyways, thank you guys for watching. If you guys did enjoy this video, please leave a like, comment, subscribe. It really helps my channel, helps me grow. Thank you guys for watching. And as always, it's been Priets. Peace out. Bye.